Hello everyone, welcome back to Tennessee Titans franchise here on Madden 26. We're in week 7 of our season number 2 here of Titans franchise, and I'm going to start speeding things up now. We're going to go to play the moments, and we're going to start trying to get multiple, at least 4 games into every episode. Sometimes it might be 3, but for the most part, we're going to try to get 4 games in every episode. I think certain games might call for just playing that game for one episode, but I think for the most part, we're going to start switching to kind of play the moments and just getting through multiple games every episode as opposed to just getting through one. So that's a change I feel like making. We're taking on the Ravens here. They are 3-2. We did lose to this team in the AFC Championship game. And we come in here, our first moment is down 17, and I force a throw right there to Roquan Smith, and that's going to get intercepted, picked off, and that's how we start off the moment. Down 17. I still love that with play the moments. You just get zooted into the game. Down 20, down 17, whatever, and it's usually like a third down, which is very odd. I'm not sure why it's like that. I think it's like that as we pick up the first down. I think it's like that because whoever originally built the OG play the moments thing for Madden way back in the day, I don't think they work for EA anymore. As we find Calvin Ridley tries cutting it back inside, we get down to the 7. But I think whoever built the OG play the moments doesn't work for EA anymore. Peter Skoronsky with a great block right there. Not really. Just throw a little block around him. Don't even really try to get both hands on him, pal. Thanks for that. Either way, we get a touchdown right there with Tajay Spears. And, yeah, we're going to have to work our way back into this game. This is one of the rare play the moments where I got, no defensive moments, which is interesting. We're going to find Matt Spiegel right there, and we're going to get a touchdown. There's a penalty on this play, but it would be offsides on the defense. Just going to decline that and get a touchdown. So 14-20 here, starting to storm back. Looks like our defense is kind of settled down a little bit. Going to find Chigakonkwo right there. Going to pick up the first down. Going to come back again, 3rd and 10. And they're just going to leave that open. And we find Calvin Ridley, and Ridley able to actually run away from the defender right there. I'm a little shocked by that, mostly because in Madden, you really can't run away from people too often, it feels like. It feels like usually this is where you get, warp tackled. But Jair not able to run him down. He still has Superstar, even though Jair is very clearly washed. So we do end up taking the lead eventually at some point. Actually, we did take the lead with that touchdown. But then we don't get a defensive moment to keep them from scoring. So we have to come back down and try to score again, retake the lead. And then a delayed handoff right there to Braylon Allen. Pick up some nice yardage right there. We get to 2nd and 2. Only 6 rushes on the day for Braylon Allen. CPU doesn't like running the football in sim. And, that just did not go well in that play right there. Just nothing opened up. 4th and 4. We're going for this. You're definitely not punting the football in this situation. We're going to find Tajay Spears right here. We try cutting it back inside. And we pick up the first down and then some more. So a so-so day at the office for Cam Ward. Has battled back pretty nicely. But we come back right here. Gonna find Matt Spiegel. I don't know what the hell just happened on that play. That defender looked like a Weeble Wobble. I might be dating myself there mentioning that toy. But if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about with a Weeble Wobble. That doesn't sound like a real thing, but it was. But then we're going to find a really nice play right here for A.O. Manor, and we get a touchdown, and we're going to retie this game up. And there we go. So just kind of, we have definitely come alive after getting ourselves in a 17-0 hole and then throwing an interception. But can we stop this, Ravens team? Derrick Henry still has all his X-Factor abilities where he kind of almost unrealistically bounces off of people. 2nd and 6 here, and we get some pressure finally, but not quick enough. Lamar Jackson able just to find Derrick Henry right there. And I'm not calling my timeouts just yet because I want to theoretically still have some. We'll start calling them now, 2nd and 5. At this point, we hope we can stop them, get them to a 3rd and 5. And that's going to be a catch there for Mark Andrews. I'm almost pissed off that Kevin Winston decided to tackle him. We do get a roughing the passer penalty, which I'm not too upset about because that gets them closer. Why am I fine with them being closer? I'm fine with them being closer because at this point, the way they're driving, I'd rather just let them score a touchdown, 2nd and goal, and we just let them in. If they're going to drive like that, might as well let them score and then try to get back into the game and maybe we have 2 timeouts. And this is where I blow the game. I decided to try a trick play right here, and he pitches the ball way after the guys pass him. I forgot with these pitch plays, it's like a certain type of, it's like a weird timing you have to have with it that's like unrealistic. So the Ravens end up winning this one 42-28. I don't know if we could have got down there and scored a touchdown in 28 seconds. That would have been really tough, even with the 2 timeouts. So we lose that one, but we do have 5 upgrade skill points for Matt Spiegel. And we are going to put all of these into Playmaker for him. And, that's really awesome to get that. I forgot there are certain milestones with stats that if you pass, you get like a big pool of XP for your players. So, not sure how I feel about that. Some people don't like it. Some people do like it. I'm kind of, maybe it shouldn't be 5. We should be we get like 2 or 3, but I'll take 5, and we get some pretty good upgrades for him, I think. Nothing too crazy, honestly. I didn't see any release in there. But we go through here to see what was the milestone that got him that, and it was 8 receiving touchdowns on the season, and that got him 23,000 XP. So, that feels like a low bar, honestly, but, I'll take it. Darrell Baker going to get a man-to-man upgrade here because I am now, for my corners, we are strictly just upgrading man coverage because I've played this game enough and it feels like calling zone is worthless. There's no reason to call zone. It just doesn't do anything. It feels like these guys are just kind of brain dead when you're calling zone defenses. So time to set our national scout focus, and that is going to be on cornerbacks. And so, yeah, I don't have a full 3-star staff. We have really close to it because we didn't get that one fully upgraded where you get the 3-star scouts. So taking on the not Titans, we're taking on the Colts. We're the Titans. We're taking on the Colts here in this next game. This team beat us last year. Kind of just ran all over us with Anthony Richardson. They still have Anthony Richardson. He's still there, still doing things. I think he's progressed well. I think, this is the first, this is like the August rosters. So still has still has his OG abilities where he's still, I think he at least still had star dev. I don't think he had normal. I don't think his ratings were as low as they probably should have been. But we come in here and, going to be a play action pass. And we go to DK and Charvarius Ward, able to make an amazing play. Basically was able to cover 2 routes right there. I wish our zones played like that. Our zones don't play like that. At least user zones don't play like that. But he's able to cover multiple routes, make all sorts of weird little contortions. And, so they end up scoring with that, and we throw that one right past the defensive by Cross right there. Little shocked we were able to do that, but hey, I'll take it. I'm not going to complain. We come back again here now, 3rd and 7. We're going to throw this one, and we just can't get that one to Ridley. I don't know why they're so obsessed with the 3rd down moments, but they are. So we come back here, 17-14. We're just going to call man coverage at this point. There's no point in calling zone. I feel like the CPU, our AI just doesn't play the zones correctly. So 3rd and 3 right there. And we're going to come back again and Just going to try to get some pressure on Richardson, and we do, and we're able to bring him down. 4th and 8. It's Tavondre Sweat with the sack. And that is going to force a field goal attempt by the Colts. And it's up, away, good. That'll make it 20-14. So a touchdown gives us the lead. I'm a little shocked they didn't go for it right there, but you're already up, so why not go for it? I mean, it doesn't change much for us, I don't think. But either way, we come back, get that first down, come back again, 1st and 10. Just going to throw this one to Braylon Allen. Calvin Ridley, just no effort on the block downfield. Really appreciate that, honestly. Feels like he didn't even try. So on the run here, Ward, we're going to check it down to Braylon Allen. Allen just going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, and we are going to probably take our first lead of the game. I think that's our first lead of the game. I'm not 100% sure. Seems like it. Seems like it should be. So we don't even get a moment to defend that time. So we have to come back in. No timeouts. 27 seconds. So EA just kind of puts us in a hole right there. And we're going to take a deep shot here because we have no timeouts. We can't just drive down the field methodically. We have to just kind of chuck it down here. So game kind of put us in a no-win situation. 3rd and 10 now. On the run here, and Chikakonkwo finally decides to cut it upfield, but way after the point where it would matter. So he's him being just laid out. We're just gonna call the same play again, and this time they bring pressure. We just throw this one away. Gets intercepted at the end, and we're gonna drop 2 in a row here. We drop another one to the Colts, which really annoys me. You know, I know in real life the Colts are like doing really well, but this is still like, you know, it's like, really, we keep losing to Anthony Richardson, like one of the most inefficient quarterbacks, but we'll have to live with it. We're going to come back here now, upgrade Cam Ward a little bit here. Another field general upgrade, +3 awareness. So yeah, awareness should help in the sim. That's the only thing I can say about that, is like, that'll help in the sim. Roger McCreary, this is just going to be a man-to-man upgrade again. Like I said, we're just going to upgrade man coverage because we're just going to play man coverage from now on. That's it. Just man. All it's going to be is man coverage. Dalvin Douglas, our rookie tight end. We have not seen too much of him. I hope that changes. I kind of want to start getting him on the field a little bit more. And then Jermaine Gay. Gonna get another upgrade here for him. He leaves the 69 club, joins the 70 club. Not sure if he'll ever play too much, but gotta take on the Lions, so things don't get easier for us. Despite the fact the Lions usually get decimated in free agency, you know, they kind of get used up in free agency. So there's probably some key pieces missing from that team. So it shouldn't be, you know, as difficult as it is in real life. Well, in real life, the Lions have been a little bit up and down this year in real life, but in this franchise, I feel like the Lions are always pretty good. I feel like they're a team that usually simulates pretty well, despite the fact that the AI can't really keep the team together. So we'll have to see what we can do here against this Lions team. It's so weird, you know, the Lions being like a team that's like really good now, as opposed to like really bad. For years they were just kind of a laughing stock. But we find Matt Spiegel, who's having a great rookie season, late round pick, and he has absolutely been a steal for us. And so we come back again, and we're looking right here, and we are going to find a touchdown for Braylon Allen. There we go. Another touchdown for Braylon Allen. Another receiving touchdown for Braylon Allen. So that is pretty good. Braylon Allen has been really nice for us. And then we play some pretty good defense right here. Jahmyr Gibbs, not going to allow him to, you know, do anything after the catch. Going to wrap up. And then we get some pressure on Goff right there. And then Cody Barton, another really good play right there. Not going to allow them to, you know, make things happen after the catch. We're going to rally to the ball carrier, play disciplined defense, and give up a field goal. So that's fine. I have no problem giving up a field goal right there. We'll give it up. And then we come back again here now, 3rd and 4, because, play the moments. It's always 3rd down moments. Really interesting. Chimera DK, Calvin Ridley with a late block. If you would have paid attention a little sooner, that probably could have got a touchdown. But we come back again here, 3rd and goal. And you see Chigakonko just completely runs the wrong route. I don't get why he took the drag to the back of the end zone. I don't. That's very annoying, honestly, because that's not the route. I don't understand that. Not sure why he would do that. Why the hell would I want that route run to the back of the end zone? So either way, we come back, 2nd quarter still, and we are tied up 10-10. So he'll pick up the 1st down right there. But I'm very annoyed with that, honestly. Just very stupid. Very, very stupid stuff. So we come back again here, and we throw this one here to Calvin Ridley. That's a really nice throw. Ridley able to catch that one, and we are moving here to close out this first half. 2nd and 7 now. I'm going to call a screenplay for Tajay Spears, and Spears is going to get out of bounds at the 21. So we are in business right here. Going to come back again now. Shotgun formation, looking, throwing. Going to find DK. Nice block effort by Spiegel. He's not the biggest guy, so I don't expect him to do much right there, but we're going to come back again. 1st and goal at the 4. Handoff here to Braylon Allen. Allen has a hole, and Allen has a touchdown. So this has been like the Braylon Allen episode, honestly. But Braylon Allen getting the touchdown right there. Not much for him in real life in his 2nd year. I believe he's out with an injury, something with a knee. So that's kind of disappointing. This guy I really liked out of Wisconsin. We come back here, though, 4th and inches. Goff throws this one up, and that's going to get intercepted right there. In and out of the hands of Jamison Williams to J-Mo. So I think J-Mo usually ends up hitting free agency in the 2nd year of most franchises. So he might be a free agent in this upcoming free agency class. But the Lions would keep battling. Goff going to throw this one up out of the end zone. 2nd and 10 coming up now. And we're going to come back again here today. 2nd and 10. And we're going to try to get some pressure on here. Trayvon Walker. I'm trying to move him around. Just trying to find different ways we can get pressure with him while I'm usering. That time, he does like this weird step back instead of like just going forward. But then I remember that's probably like nano detection, which is like a thing for comp players. But they get a touchdown on Ross St. Brown, who should have been a Green Bay Packer, but they drafted Equanimous St. Brown a few years earlier, so the Packers thought, well, we don't want to draft his brother because Equanimous was bad. But there's Braylon Allen. Look at this guy. Able to navigate the track and get it to traffic and get a touchdown on the screenplay right there. And there we go. So Melee retake the lead, break the tie, and Braylon Allen, he has been knocking it out of the park. We come back again a little bit later. We get a field goal opportunity on a 4th and 13, and we hit that one. So there we go. Jonathan Hayden making that kick right there to make it a 10-point game. So I'm sure they're going to keep trying to fight 4th and 10 here before the 2-minute warning. Looks like they're in the pistol formation. And they throw this one. Goff throws it up, and that's going to get picked off by Amani Hooker. And he's going to be tackled down at the 34. And that should be your dagger in this one. We should close this one out. And we do 27-17. We beat the Lions. So the skid ends at 2. Definitely cannot afford to have a 3-game losing streak. Just do not want to have that sort of streak. Ended at 2. Get back on the winning board and try to get back to winning games. Then we take on the Bills here. They're 6-3 on Monday Night Primetime Football. I think it's just called Monday Night Primetime because they don't have the rights to ESPN to use Monday Night Football. So that's why they have to call it MNP. But we all know what it is. We all know it's Monday Night Football. But it would be cool if they did have the rights to that. I'm not sure why EA can't get the rights to it, or maybe it's the thing with the NFL. You never know with this stuff. Like the NFL could be like, well, you know, that would maybe upset Fox or something if ESPN was represented in the game. And it's like, okay, well then Fox can let their rights be used in the game. But, you know, you never know. Probably just a weird NFL thing. They don't want any one broadcast partner to feel more special than another broadcast partner. But 3rd and 1 here. We shut down James Cook right there. Makes it a 4th and 4. So that was just really nice stuff right here. We end up forcing a field goal. They kick it. They make it. It's going to be real interesting to see how this gets tuned next year when you have these field goal opportunities right around here with the new kickoff. Because you're seeing more teams kind of go for it on 4th down when they're kind of in that area of the field. Because the idea is, for the most part, a lot of these kickoffs are coming back to around maybe the 25 plus. So if you're already like inside the 20, you might as well go for it on 4th down, or you're basically gifting the other team field position. But either way, we come back here. We're going to get Chimera DK right there on a nice comeback route and pick up the first down. We come back here now, 3rd and goal. What we're going to do, we throw this one here. This is the Alec Ao manner. He gets the touchdown. And we are going to extend this lead versus the Bills. And the Bills kind of struggling a little bit here defensively in this game, but they do get it back to a one touchdown game. And Cam Ward throws this one here. We're going to find Matt Spiegel underneath, pick up the first down. And kind of this end-of-half drive. You want to get points here in these situations. It's so important. I think that really determines the success of a team. It's like, how do you execute a 2-minute drill at the end of the half? I think that says a lot about a team. And we are well within the scoring kind of opportunity here. Going to throw this one here to DK again. Going to get out of bounds, save the clock. And we are down here at the 17 with 3 timeouts. And under just over a minute, we're going to find Dalvin Douglas. Nice play right there. Pick up the first down. Also get out of bounds. I think it's important to, keep it so we don't have to use any of these timeouts in case we don't have to. But we're going to find Dalvin Douglas again. And I can't remember or not if we've already scored a touchdown with Dalvin Douglas. But I feel like this is Dalvin Douglas's first touchdown of his career. So we come back against 3rd quarter. Easy opportunity here for Braylon Allen. He just runs that one in. And we're going to make it a 28-10 game here. And the Bills, not sure what's happening here. I mean, usually they're one of the better teams. We come back here 38-10 in the 4th quarter. And Braylon Allen gets another rushing touchdown. So Braylon Allen having a heck of a game here against this Bills team, which seemingly can't stop the run. Which is maybe somewhat realistic. So we come back here, 45-10, 4th and 3, and we just kind of blitz in there with Nakobe Dean, and they tried running. I'm not sure if that was a read option or what, but James Cook gets stopped right there, and we shut them down right there, and we've shut them down all game, honestly. I mean, kind of an impressive performance by us, and then another rushing touchdown for Braylon Allen to close this one out. No sportsmanship for the all Madden CPU here. Braylon Allen, just in a monster game here. It really is like the Braylon Allen episode almost, but we get the win here, 52-10. These Monday night games, in real life, they do kind of feel like they kind of go this way sometimes. Either you get a really close game or you get like a blowout. It's just kind of like no in-between for Monday Night Football, it feels like at times. But good win. 372 yards for Cam Ward. 16 carries, 91 yards for Braylon Allen, 3 touchdowns on the day, averaged almost 6 yards per carry, which is just really good stuff right there. And then Chimera DK, 2 receiving touchdowns. Dalvin Douglas, 4 receptions, 44 yards and a touchdown. Alec Ao manner, 1 reception and a touchdown, but 10 receptions, 177 yards for Chimera DK. And then defensively, I never saw this, but Trayvon Walker had 4 sacks in this game. Jeffrey Simmons with a sack, and a half for Taylor Britt and Oladapo Show. So, again, I think the Trayvon Walker trade is going to work out well, mostly because as we switch to more of a play-the-moment style series, he'll probably get a lot of pressure and sacks in the sim, as opposed to when you actually play the games where it just feels like your edge rushers just kind of don't get sacks because they don't win quick enough for whatever reason. Maybe that's a good thing for like online play, but some of us are playing this game offline against the CPU. Our edge rushers do need to actually win. So Chimera DK +2 spec catch, and he gets an ability slot. He doesn't have really any good abilities to put on him. They all just kind of suck. His ratings are still too low to get some of the better receiving abilities. Speeder, Skoronski. We did go with Agile, but I think I'm going to make a change with this as well. We're going to go with Power. It just feels like our linemen get overpowered way too much. So I just don't like that. I feel like they just kind of get run over more often than they should, and they don't run smaller players over more often than they should. So I think that has to do something with some sort of ratings threshold. Braylon Allen gets a +2 break tackle, +1 carrying, +1 stiff arm. So I think with him, I'm also going to focus on power. With linemen, I'm going to focus on power. Running backs, I'm going to focus on power. And corners, we're going to focus on man-to-man, I think, just because for how this game plays. I don't really care about the scheme fit, if I'm being honest, anymore, just because we have those coach abilities where we get the boost for their XP that they get through training anyway, so I don't think we need that extra bit of boost for the scheme fit stuff. So I think we can just focus on what we want to focus on. So take a look at this mock draft number 2. Who are we projected to take? And right now we are projected to take Floyd Sweeney, a center out of UCLA. I'm not sure if this game's aware of this. We just paid a center a ton of money, so I don't think that's going to happen. But let's take a look around here. If there's any players who stand out to us, and there is, it's a corner, Julius Crossan out of Tennessee. Take a look around at all these other players, see if there's any other guys who have like top 5 talent that we could be aware of, and right now we don't. But Julius Crossan out of Tennessee, we do have an idea here. He is a top 5 talent, and he has B catching, A man coverage. He has elite to great speed, elite to great agility, great to good jumping, A awareness, A block shedding, C play rec, B press, B hit power, B kick return, A tackle, B zone coverage, A zone coverage. So it looks pretty good, honestly. I'm interested in him. We'll have to see if that might be a player we might have to trade up for, if I'm being honest. We might have to trade up for him if we want to get him. But Cam Taylor-Britt's going to get +4 press, +1 man coverage, +2 zone coverage. That's an okay upgrade, I guess. I picked man coverage and it gives him a more plus for zone coverage. So Kadeem Hill, rookie guard. We're gonna go with power again, +3 lead block, and then +1 pass block and run block, and power for both of those blocks respectively. So good upgrade, and we're gonna come back again, and I think we're done with the upgrades at this point. But no, we got one more. It's Bernie Bayless, and we're also going to go with power for him as well. Bernie Bayless has not played yet. Pass block power, run block power is a +2. Hasn't played yet, hasn't needed to play. But, you know, get his power up. Could be a guy we could move to guard if we really need to get him on the field, but we don't have to. But we take a look here, and the AFC South is still very tight with the Colts at 5-5. Texans at 4-5, the Jaguars at 2-7. So really interesting, honestly, because it feels like, you know, they're tough when we play them, and then they kind of just suck in sim. All of our opponents are not very good in sim, but you see the top of the AFC. It's a real knife fight right now. You got look at the AFC East: 7-3 Patriots, 6-3 Jets, 6-4 Bills. Then you got the 6-3 Ravens. We still have Baltimore and Cincinnati and Cleveland sticking around there, all at 4-5. Then you got the AFC West with the 6-3 Chargers, 6-3 Chiefs, 5-5 Broncos, and 5-5 Raiders. So AFC still really up for grabs, and hopefully we can try to make some more hay in that. I believe when we come back, we'll be taking on the Raiders first. So if you've enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this series, be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to hit subscribe. If you've watched to this point into the video, leave a sword emoji to show that you made it to this point in the video. So, I want to thank you guys for watching this one. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to hit subscribe. Leave the sword down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Thanks for watching.